Hi everyone. So today we will discuss the one of the very important question from the linked list. As part of my previous video, we have discussed about the how to do the insert operation, delete operation, search operation in case of linked list. Now we are planning to discuss some of the important interview questions for the from the linked list. Now let me quickly show you what is our plan. So we will discuss these questions. One is the find nth node from end of the linked list. Then how to reverse a linked list using the recursive or the iterative method. Then we will discuss about how to find loop in a linked list, how to detect loop in the linked list. Then if we have a loop, then how to find the length of the cycle. Okay, length of the loop you can say. Then one which is tough and most important is the how to copy a linked list which is having next and the random pointer. So this one already we have discussed. Okay, and in these 5 to 6 videos we will cover these 6 important interview questions. These are very important for the interview and from the linked list. If you are good in these 6 questions, I think most of the questions you can solve. Okay, we will plan few more questions, but this is our first target that you should uh, be aware of these 6 questions. All right. Now let me quickly jump to the our target for today. We want to solve the question how to find the nth node from end of the linked list. What it means. Let's say you have a linked list which is starting from 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60. Okay. Now we have head node, which is pointing to the first node of the linked list. Now let's say you need to find third node from the end of the linked list. So this is the first node from end. This is your second node from end. This is your third node from end. So you need to print 40. All right. So let me use the drawing here. Okay, just to explain you. Now, so you need to find the third node from the end of the linked list, which is this one. So this will be our answer. Okay, you can see output will be 40. Now, what is the next part? How to find out, right? So this is the problem statement which we got is we just have n is third, and you need to find nth node from end of the linked list. Now, just try to follow me. Okay, how to think about a problem. So what is the first simple approach which is coming to your mind? Pause the video and think for some time. So the first approach which is coming to my mind is here we have head node, right? We are not having anything else. We always need to traverse the linked list from the first node. It means that if you will start traversing from the first, how many nodes you need to traverse? We are not sure, right? So what we will do is, first of all, we will count the length of the linked list. Okay, let's say we'll just count the length of the linked list. So 3, and then you will count 3, 6, right? So how many nodes we have in this linked list? Total, we have 6 nodes in the linked list. Now you want to find the third node from last. So can I say third node from last? 1 and 2. This is the third one, right? So third node from last is same as the fourth node from start. You can see this fourth node, right? So here we have 4, and from this side we came up to 3. All right, this is your 4. So just to summarize this thing is, let's say here, let's say you want to find second node from last. What is the second node from last? Which is 50. Okay. Now, if you want to find out 50 from the start, just start counting 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5th. So second node from last is same as the 5th node from the start. We have seen that. Now let's say you want to find out third node. So third node from last is same as the 4th node from the start. You can see 40 here, and again you can see 40 here, right? So it means that, can I say nth node from last will be same as the length minus n plus 1th node from start. You can see here 2 is the n, and total length is 6. So 6 minus 2 plus 1, which is 5. Similarly, 6 minus 3 plus 1, which is 4. So if you want to find nth node from end of the linked list, which will be same as the length minus nth plus 1, length minus n plus 1th node from the start. All right. So we have changed the problem in slightly different way. Instead of finding the nth node from last, what we will do, we will find the length minus n plus 1th node from start. Okay, so then we can easily do that. So what is the first step? You need to find length of the linked list. Then you need to find out length minus n plus 1th node from the start. Now let us discuss about the time complexity. So time complexity will be, we are traversing the linked list 2 times, one for getting the length, second time just to get the length minus n plus 1th node. So this is our time complexity. Now we are done, right? We are good to go with that approach. But what your interviewer will ask you is, hey, I want you to solve this question in just one loop. Means no need to traverse it 2 times. Can you solve it using only one traversal? Okay, so in the interview, what they will do is they will always apply constraint on your logic. Whatever approach you are doing, you are following, they will ask you to optimize it. So here they will ask you to optimize that, hey, instead of running 2 loops, 2 times you are traversing the list, can you find out just using just one traversal? Okay, that will be the first constraint which will come to you. So let us think again now what we can do. So the second approach which is coming to my mind is I can use the stack. Okay, so why stack came into my mind is I will tell you, because let's say you want to find nth node from last, not from start, right? So, and I know that with the help of stack, we can reverse the data. Okay, so let's say if you will insert the complete list into the stack, so 10, 20, 30, and 40, 50, 60. Now start popping the element from the stack n times. So you will pop first time, you will get 60. You will pop second time, you will get 50. You will pop third time, you will get 40. So you just need to pop n times and you will get the answer 40, right? So we are just traversing the list one time. Then after that, we are again traversing, we are popping the element from the stack. So this is also almost same like the previous approach which we have done. But here one thing which we are doing is we are using extra memory for stack, right? So what will be the next constraint which will come from interviewer will be, hey, can you use the constant memory? Instead of using the extra n memory, can you solve the problem using the constant memory? Means you can use variables, but no need to use the variable of size n. All right. Now I will discuss with the most famous approach. In case of linked list, there is one famous concept. We call it 2-pointer. So sometimes one pointer will be slow pointer and other one will be fast pointer. And sometimes both pointer will move at the same speed, but in the different order. Means sometimes first one will move, sometimes second one will move, sometimes both will move. So it will depend, but you need to use 2 pointers. Now let me explain you with the help of example. So this is the example where we have n number of nodes in the linked list, starting from 10 up to 60, right? Now let's say you want to find the nth node from last. Let's say n is your 2. So you want to find second node from last, which is nothing but your 50. All right, which is same as the length minus n plus 1th node from the start. We have seen that, right? Now, what we want to achieve here? We want to achieve that you need to traverse at the first node up to n length minus n plus 1th time, and you will get the answer, right? So here, let me take one example. If I will take a pointer and I will move this pointer to n times, let's say, okay? Now, how much this length will be? How much this length will be after traversing the n? Which will be same as this one, right? Because here also n, this is also length minus n plus 1. So if this is n, this will be same again, right? So if let's say you will traverse one pointer n times already, okay, your pointer will reach here. Now, if you will traverse this pointer up to the last, it will traverse length minus n plus 1 time, right? It will move length minus n plus 1 times. So when we are moving this pointer from this point to the last, can I take one more pointer which will start from the first node, and it will also move length minus n plus 1, and we will get the answer, right? So for example, do not worry, let me explain you. Let's say we have the n is nothing but 2. You need to find second node from the you need to find second node from end of the linked list. So what we will do, we will follow this two pointer approach. We will take one pointer ptr1 and we will move it n times. So ptr will be starting at 10, and after one time it will move to 20. After second time it will move to 30. Okay, so you can see here. So we have moved ptr up to n times, which is nothing but your 2, right? Now what I told you, your ptr will reach at this point. Now, if you want to move PTR up to the last, it will move length minus n plus 1 times. So along with that, I will take one more pointer which will start from starting node, and we will move both the pointer with the equal speed or with the same speed. So whatever distance this pointer will cover, it will also cover the same distance. So here PTR1 is pointing to 30 now, you can see here. Okay, and we'll take one more pointer which will start from the first node of the linked list. Now let us move both one by one. Move this ptr1 by one time, move ptr2 also one time, again one time, again one time, again one time, again one time. Now ptr1 reaches to null. Now whenever ptr1 reaches to null, whatever ptr2 is pointing, that node will be our answer. All right, understood or not? Tell me. So if still something is not clear, pause the video or think for some time, or just repeat the last 5-minute video. I hope you will understand it. Now let me explain you the code for this one. I have written the complete working code in Java language. So let me just comment out this second part. Now what we are doing in this one. Here we are just applying our first approach. In that, what we will do, we will first of all, we will find the length of the linked list. Here we are finding the length of the linked list in this variable. And after that, we will take the distance of length minus n plus 1. And we will start a pointer from head of the linked list. And we will move the pointer length minus n plus 1 times. And whatever this node will point to, it will be our answer. You can see here. Now, when tab will be null, it means that our n is greater than the length of the linked list. So number doesn't exist. Else we'll just print the temp.data. So this is our first approach. Now our second approach, hey, can we solve the same problem using one traversal? Yeah, we can do. How to do that? First of all, we'll take one pointer. So ptr1 will move n times. So you can see here there is one count variable. And if count reaches to n, we'll just break out of the while loop. It means that this loop will move ptr1 to n times. All right. Now we will run both the pointer ptr1, ptr2 with same speed. So ptr2 will starting from the first node, And now PTR1 and PTR2 both will move one by one until PTR1 reaches to the last node or the null. And just print the PTR2 dot data. That will be our answer. So if you will run this code, you will see that this is coming from the first approach, in which we have calculated the length first, then we were calculating the length minus n plus 1th node from the start, and we got 50. So second node from last is nothing but your 50, and this is our second approach, in which we were using 2 pointers, PTR1 and PTR2, and here also we are getting the 50 as the output. All right, now let me just tell you, for example, here length is 6. Let's say you are taking 20, right? So let us run it. What we are getting, number doesn't exist. That's why I have added that condition, that here this is the one condition. If your length is smaller than the n which you have given, then we will just print your number doesn't exist. All right, let's say you want to find the third element from last. What should be the answer? It should be 40, right? First, second, third. So we should get 40. Yeah, we are getting 40 for both the approach. All right, I hope it is clear. If still something is not clear, feel free to comment. I will be happy to address in my next video. And if you like my content, please like, share, subscribe. Thank you, everyone.